Ugly gang shit. I get Wait, is it Malloy? I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. Yeah, I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. Yeah, I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. Smoking on exotic weed, killing bad energy. I don't let it get to me, so they try to get me in my dream, but all my demons died out. I feel so alive now. You can't kill my vibe now. You can't bring my high down. I can feel the energy, and yes, the past is history. Heavy meditation keeping me away from misery. Walking through the galaxy, when I wake up back to reality, I get so fucking high, I can't feel anything. Light another blunt, all my problems start to drain. Henny in my cup, cause it numbs my brain. I'm so fucked up that I can't think. I'm so fucked up that I can't think. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. Yeah, I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. Yeah, I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. Yeah, I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. Yeah, I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing. I get high, everything is okay. Even though I'm high every second of the day. Yeah, I've been through this before, so it's just a replay. Yeah, I wake up in the morning and I do the same thing.
There's nothing official about this, you understand. We're just talking off the record. But sometimes you have a feeling about a person that you know very well that either he is capable of killing somebody or he isn't. It's just a feeling. But occasionally I found it has a definite bearing on the truth.
Good morning, everybody. Everybody's here. What's up?
Good morning.
Do I look like Squidward?
Ooh, yeah,
No.
you guys are loud in my ears. I don't know if you're super loud on.
Bah.
I had to turn you down a little. Woo! You blew my T-Rup come on and go, oh! I was like, oh!
Dude, I don't know what's wrong with me and sleeping, bro. I'm sleeping good as fuck lately.
Did you just wake up?
Oh, no, I actually woke up at like 8:30, but
Gotcha.
still, I'm tired. I can go right back to sleep, dude.
Dude, look at my eye. Oops, wrong. Yeah, that is the right one.
It looks swollen.
What?
Swollen?
Yup, sure is. Look at the underlid.
Yeah.
Oh, it looks like a sleeping bag.
I'm pretty sure there's like a sliver or something in my eye. A splinter, as they also call them.
Ow.
I was ripping down cabinets last night, and something got in my eye, and I thought it got out. And then like 2 hours later, I touched my under eye, and it feels like I got punched in the eye.
You could have got like
One of these
dust or something
days.
in it too.
It feels like, for real, it feels like someone, not like their finger went in my eye. They didn't punch me in the eye. They eye poked my fucking, their pinky just disappeared.
Did they get DQ'd from the match, or did they just get points deducted?
No, I still fought. I don't quit.
Did you win or did you lose?
I think it feels like I lost, but that cabinet's not there anymore.
It almost sounded like you said, "It sounds like I'm a loser," but then you stopped and fixed yourself. And I was waiting for that to come out because I was gonna bust out laughing. I was like, "He's not gonna say that, is he?"
Loser.
It sounds like I am, but I did win. I did win.
The cabinet is gone.
The cabinet is in the fire pit. What up, Rodney? How you doing? Squirrels wished rest for you, T-Rup.
Oh, you did? Well, then you made me miss the show yesterday, asshole.
What if I said I did a spell hoping that you would start sleeping again?
Well, I would not be surprised because you are a witch.
Yep.
You need to sleep,
but
man.
That's none of my business.
Well, actually, yesterday he had too much sleep yesterday. He slept in yesterday on accident. It was the weather. The weather was rainy and fucking. I would have slept in too.
It's gloomy today. I like it.
It's humid outside. Very humid.
Humid.
Squirrels tells me go to the die. What in the hell just happened to my mouth? Squirrel says go to the die.
Your brain like just sped up on you like on a treadmill. It was just like
that's my
keep up real quick.
I'm telling you, it's a glitch.
I'm sorry, I am not a robot. I promise. I am not a robot.
He got wet. His wires got wet, so he's fucking malfunctioning.
I told you it's humid out.
His brain tried to like read it fast, but then the other part of his brain like was trying to catch up too. So it just like
my mouth.
One part of his brain is actually intellectual. The other part is a fucking complete retard.
My brain's trying to read it. And my mouth's like, slow down, motherfucker.
I started watching this show on Netflix about the human body. It's 6 episodes about every nerve, the reactions you get when you like there's a little almond shaped like muscle in the back of your brain. It starts with an A, amygdala or something like that. It's really strange. And that controls all your fear and stuff. Like I've been watching all these. I've only watched 1, but I have 5 more episodes to go. And I know about the brain and fear right now. So I can't see.
Fucking
Squirrel's telling me to go to the emergency room. I could lose an eye. And then she's like, now that's my fault that you slept in. I went to Squirrels Live this morning, said hi. I'm going to try to make it today. She goes live after us and she paints stuff and bullshits for about a half an hour usually. So I keep missing them motherfuckers, Squirrel, and it's not on purpose. I keep going, yeah, I'm going to be there. And then the first time I said that, I wasn't even subscribed for somehow.
I know I said it too, and then I couldn't even find her, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Honestly,
I'm a piece of shit.
Jessica find everyone for me. I had Jessica look up everyone's username.
I had only Noise even hitting me up like, yo, what's Squirrel's fucking account name?
I remember that.
Mandula oblongata. Yep. The Blagduda oblongata is why the alligators are so angry.
No, the alligators are so mean because they got all them teeth and no toothbrush.
Yeah. Yes, good job.
Oh god.
Perfect segue. Perfect. I threw the bomb and you caught it in the end zone.
As soon as she said medulla oblongata, I was like, oh, fucking
Waterboy.
I know this.
Yep.
Waterboy, baby.
Good morning, Frank, Harold. Good morning, jerks. Let's smoke crack and worship Satan today. So I've got to say this. We have a strike on our YouTube record for one of these shows. It was probably the one where I was talking about yakking off in my dream. You know, I was a peen. I was a peen, and I went into a vag, and I sneezed. So those are all. That's code words, so we don't get tagged again. We for real got a strike this time. We've been getting warnings and warnings and warnings and warnings, and now we got our first strike. Because, you know, I don't strike out. You know, I hit at least a line drive, doubles.
Dude.
But they said they took our Bobo O'Bannon episode off. But when I go to look at it, it's not off. But then they also said that had nothing to do with the strike. But I don't know why they would just take a whole video off. Especially the Bobo O'Bannon one when we were talking about mental health and fucking.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
CSL says he's on the hole 13 today. What's up? Got the Sammy Beal shirt on. Go check out the newest Impact star.
Dude, he's a monster right now.
Yeah, when you look at his after pictures and his now pictures, he was he was like T-Rup now, and now he's like Arnold Schwarzenegger almost. And this is within 2 years, couple years. He was a full body transformation.
He was like a football. He was like a lineman for football 2 years ago, and now he's like a linebacker.
Yeah, now he's ripped.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't really have abs yet, but they're coming. They're coming.
But he's got a happy trail, dude. It's so happy, bro. It smiles at me.
Yeah, it does suck, but it is what it is. I don't know how many. So what we have to do is I have to figure out how to get the age restrict. You know how you go on Masshole's channel and you got to click the accept button. That black screen comes on. It says age restriction. You got to click OK. That's what we have to put up. It is what it is. And even though I already have the "we are not made for anybody under 18" button clicked, apparently that didn't matter because I appealed and they said, "Fuck you, buddy."
Wow.
What?
Don't
we talk about some sketchy shit on this mug, dude.
I know.
That's it.
I know. I don't. Apparently, becoming a penis and doing what penises do
is not allowed.
You're not allowed to talk about that.
No, it's becoming a beep and doing a beep, beep, and then sneezing a beep, 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 beep.
That's silly.
So
I'm gonna take a dab of this Masshole fucking wax real quick. What do you want to talk about today, Kayla?
What scares you about the future?
Woo! Everything.
Everything.
yeah.
Mine would have to be kind of everything, because you never know what's gonna happen in the future. Like, everything could be great, or in the future shit could hit south. So the future in general scares me when I think about it too much. But watching everything around me like crumble, I don't want to see that. So
yeah, things changing like that, hell yeah, I agree with that.
You never know when it's going to change. Like, at the drop of a dime, something could change.
I'm kind of scared of the government a little bit. Like, they want.
Yeah, there's like a little tiny bit of me that's kind of scared of them too. Same time.
No,
like,
you should be. You should be scared of the government. That government can come in and ruin everything you are and take you as a slave tomorrow. I don't care if you got guns. You better have a lot of them.
Yeah.
Because guess what? They've bombed fucking Chicago before, guys. Go look it up. I'm not gonna they've done it. The United States government.
We don't want to get flagged again, but
they have.
Oh, Josh! Josh is in his little wormhole. He's like,
it's true. It's true. Back in the day, they did a small bomb in Chicago, or in the black areas. By the way.
What fucking did?
Yep. Go look it up for yourself.
In Epstein's Island.
That's real.
Ah!
No, but
and Epstein didn't kill himself. He just fucking died. I don't know what the. Yeah.
What about you? What did you say, T-Rup?
The government and death.
That's what you
said. But the government for sure.
So what scares me is that if my kids are pieces of shit, or my kids get into drugs, or my kids just don't do good things, you know?
Oh God, that's scary too.
You just fucking scared Kayla, asshole.
Well, she said in her statement that she is scared of everything. So,
so that goes along the line.
I'm not scared of death, but I don't like to think about it too much. You know, like in the future, I know it's gonna happen. You know, we all die, we live, we die.
Yep, it's part of life.
But like to really think about it, like yesterday, actually, we were at Aunt Jen's and we started talking about death and things like that. And I'm like, don't start this conversation with me because I will drag you down a hole that you probably have never even thought of. So you don't want to think about this stuff with me because I'll think about it for hours.
Harold says the government hates us, so it is something to worry about.
It is.
I got the best kid and grandkids, so I don't worry about that. So basically, here's going off of what Frank just said, and then I'll answer the question a little bit better. But Frank says he doesn't worry about that. And really, I read something the other day, and what is you know what fearing the future is? It causes
stress,
anxiety. That's what anxiety is. Stress.
I'm literally over here twisting my bracelet. Like
if you don't stress about your future and the things that are on your plate, guess what? That anxiety will go away. T-Rup, this is for you. I'm gonna shove it in your mouth, Mr. I worry about everything in my life. And then when it comes to it, usually nine times out of 10, you know, all that shit we've worried about, none of it even. Yeah, he's crying now. No. All that shit that we've worried about it ends up usually pretty fucking good.
And
like,
what the
fuck did we worry about?
Yeah, it's like I worry about shit, and then like you don't die, nothing catastrophic happens, and you're like, this is I was stressed out about this for nothing, dude.
Yep.
I know, but then usually that happens, and like I get that clarification, like, damn, bitch, you stressed about that for nothing, and then I'm like, well, but
and then you're like, damn, I need to stop stressing about the future. But then guess what? It just starts all over again.
Yeah, dude. It's like, okay, I'm not scared about this no more, but what about this?
Right, like, oh my God, what if this happened? Like I just think way too deep onto things. Like
I do too. I think deep, but I try not to make it to where I go crazy anymore.
Yeah, like I feel like if you could record everything that I think about, I probably would make someone go crazy. Like I think about shit so deep. Like literally, I put it into like a Lifetime movie too. Like I'll just think, what if this happens? And I'll have something.
This bitch already watched too many Lifetime movies. That's why she's scared to death.
Listen, not yesterday, the day before. This is just a perfect example. We were all at our little hangout spot on the beach with our hammocks, and we're all chilling, and it's calm. And somebody walked down, some stranger, I don't know, walked by, and Cassie was like, stranger. No, I don't even know him. Some stranger walked down and was like, over on the other side, and then we started thinking, like, you know, what would happen if someone came over here? And I laid out a whole floor plan of what's going to happen if someone comes over here and tries to talk to us. And all three of my friends sat there and stared at me and were like, how in the fuck do you think about that shit? Why do you think about that shit that deeply? And I'm like, well, I'm just telling you, if someone comes over here, that's what we're going to do. And Carly is like on my level. She's dying like a hyena. But Cassie and my sister are just like appalled that I thought about it that far. And
that's why I keep those thoughts of mine, because I'm the exact same way. I'm going to tell you right now. I think of things like, if I'm thinking about somebody, I'm like, every scenario that could ever fucking happen runs through my head. and Ryan knows this. I think that's partly why he loves me so much, because it's like he'll come to me and ask me something, and then I'll spit out 1,700 fucking scenarios that it could be.
That's exactly how I am.
And I can't help it, but a lot of the times I just keep that in my own mind.
Yeah, I can't anymore. I've like learned that if I'm gonna like Carly's been around almost my whole life, but like everybody else around me are like newish friendships within the last few years. So it's like, nah, I'm crazy. So like if you're gonna accept it, then accept it, because this is what we're rolling with, buddy. So listen.
Kayla, it just so happens you met the group that loves the crazy ones.
Yeah.
We're
so,
all
like, my outlandish
hey,
shit that I say off a whim doesn't really ever phase you guys like it would somebody else. Like
that's because we're all a little mad here, darling.
So what I do when that happens is because like I can think of all that stuff, but I like think of all the crazy shit because I'm a good room reader. But if I go in there and take control of the room, where not like I'm the leader here, but like take control, I can talk, be funny, and all that. I can make the mood whichever way I want it to be.
Here's the thing
about I'm loud and not outgoing.
Yeah. I've noticed this is yes, you can walk into a room and take it over with just your presence, but I also have noticed when you do that, you're not as good of a internal reader, like a body reader. You can read the energy, but you can't. Your skill level goes down once if you step back, you can read the room just like me, just like Fox, and sometimes better. But once you engage T-Rup, now that level goes down a little bit because you're in there now. At this point, you're not
now because think of a specific situation that happened, and I know exactly what you're saying, Josh. You can walk into a room, T-Rup, and just your laugh, like literally just your laugh will get everyone to be like, what's T-Rup saying? What's T-Rup laughing at?
Yep.
And but then everyone's attention is on T-Rup and no one else is talking. We're all listening to T-Rup.
And then, laughing. But that's what makes the room control. Like, even if it's like a bad vibe in the room, I can still. It's
a quiet, silent situation and T-Rup walks in like, ho, ho, ho. And starts laughing. Everyone's like,
it reminds me of my grandpa. Honestly, my grandpa I don't know anymore, but at one point in his life, he was loud, and my mom's dad, he could walk into a room and not say a word, and all of the command the fucking respect and presence of the whole room. Like it's weird how some people can just walk into a room and everybody's like, oh, what's this dude got to say? Whereas other people can walk in the room and everybody just, oh, okay, go back to our business. Well, you know what I mean? Good morning, Mom.
When I was younger, I wanted to be the room reader. And then I couldn't really do that. Like the room reader, I just try to sit in the corner and people watch, you know?
That's my favorite.
One day I was like, why people watch when you can just take the whole room and make it whatever you want to? And just be loud and I don't know.
I like to people watch. I like walking into a room and being quiet, like, and saying my highs and stuff. But then I like to sit back and see how other people interact, or like, I'm a really big reader on people's facial expressions. You make one crooked face and I see it. I promise you, I see it. I can read the anxiety through your body. I see the
problem, bitch.
I see it. I see everything. I see things that I probably shouldn't say or see because I'll think about it for days after. Like, why did she do that? Why did he do that? Like,
light it up, baby.
Yeah, but I realized that.
Good morning.
When I was people watching, I can just if something the vibe was off, or somebody's like, you know, it's like a real mean vibe. Everybody's fucking not having fun or whatever. You're not going to be able to stop it. But if you go in there and get everybody laughing, they kind of forget about what the fuck they're.
You know, I've actually been in a room where it was kind of like an awkward situation, and people weren't talking at all. And T-Rup walks in, and that whole mood changes. Now everybody's friends and we're all talking. And I've seen that happen multiple times.
Instead of watching the room and seeing what could go wrong, just take control of it. That's what I think.
I take a little inspiration from you and Ryan, because you guys can command a room. You guys can walk into a room, you be friends with somebody right away, bullshit with somebody, at least, you know, talk to somebody like they've been your friend for years. It's taken me this whole life of mine to somewhat get a little bit of that.
Yeah, I feel that, Josh.
It actually takes me effort. I have to put in full effort. Like when I went and talked to Darren McCarty, T-Rup wouldn't go talk to him, okay? And I'm like, what the fuck? This is your job. In my head, I'm going, this is what you're here for. And then I'm going, and also in my head is like, you're being a bitch. Talking to myself at this point. You're being a bitch, dude. This is your company. Steer the ship. Be the example. And then that's when I was like, fuck it, get it. And I walked over him. Any other time before that point in time, I wouldn't have talked to him. I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah,
I don't talk to strangers.
Are a lot alike in that way. Like they can have a conversation with anyone. They can walk into any room and crack a joke or start up a conversation, and it's usually great. It's usually works out great, and they meet someone new and they find something out about someone new.
Yep.
But I'm like you, Josh. It took me a long time to be able to like walk in and steer a conversation or even spark up a conversation with somebody. Like all the way up until I don't know how long ago was we talked about that situation where Jess started talking to the lady at Walmart or Meijer or wherever we went and like up her whole world. Well, like a few days ago, that popped back into my head because like the things we talk about here, like I dead ass take this into my real life. Like I use this shit in my real life. So like that stuck with me for a while now because that's like a problem I have. I'll literally just avoid the shit out of you if you don't talk to me first. I just won't talk. I don't.
I'm very good at sitting in silence.
And like I will do it. And after that show and stuff, like I've just slowly tried to work on like that. And we went to, I think I was at Walmart the other day. It was either Walmart or Meijer. And I was in line and they had 2 cashiers for the entire store. So I was in line for like a half hour. So like I just started talking to the people in the line around me. Like this old lady like started joking with me about how she's going to take a nap and wake me up when the line moves and stuff. And like I was talking to this lady like I knew her forever. And like in the moment I wasn't thinking like this is what you need to work on. Talk to her. Like I just did it. And then when we got up to the checkout and like the register lady was doing the same thing. Like you could tell she was having a stressful day. And like I just sparked up a conversation with her. And like as I was walking away, I was still walking out of Walmart. She's still talking to me. Like, and like after I got out, I was like, I would have never spoke to her 2 weeks ago. Never. I would have just got my goods and left.
I'm happy for you for that because that's growth.
Because I seriously, it takes a lot for me to do that too. But I just have to like read your energy. Like I have to read, because if I get a whack ass response from you, I don't know what I'm going to say because like I'm still trying to learn to like not just blurt out things.
Well, how about even this, when me, T-Rup, and Nate were walking around town shooting videos and stuff, this guy walked up to us and immediately I read him. He was going to talk to us about Jesus. And this is what he does in the streets. You know, he goes and talks to his people in the streets. Well, guess what? He comes up to us. I sit back. I don't say a word. T-Rup's talking. Nate's talking, you know. Guess what? I was right. I was right. As soon as I seen him, and he was dressed like a rapper. He was. Yeah. He wasn't even dressed like a church person, or he was just dressed like a rapper. And the first word out of his mouth, I knew what he was going to say. And all he said was, hi. What did you guys
He asked me what part of Africa I represented.
Yeah, because T-Rup had his moo-moo on.
Yesterday, me and Nate went down to downtown
Frank's
Monroe.
Right. Sorry, bro. Frank's right. You need the self-confidence, and that's all that is. And you have to build that up in doing what you just did.
Yeah.
Practice. T-Rup's had so much goddamn practice talking. He's done it he's been the class clown his whole life.
Yeah.
What's up, good times for all? What'd you guys do yesterday, by the way?
Oh, we were hanging up I'm sorry I didn't show up, but I slept like a baby, dude. Me and Nate went around and hung up some Cult Affairs posters, and me and Nate were just walking around, and he wasn't ready to go introduce himself and give out posters and shit like that. We go into Hot Topic in the mall, and then the first thing I do is walk up to the lady, like, you like horror movies? She said no. I was like, fuck. And then I kept talking to her, and then Nate comes out, and then Nate had a perfect layaway of giving out posters and shit. And I was like, see, he's like, it took you talking to him to make me, big enough to, or like strong enough to go.
That's what I mean. Yep.
Yeah. And then Nate was talking to me, and I was like, Nate, this is man to man. I love you, but you overthink things a lot. I said, don't, because like somebody grabbed the poster and like he was real weird about it, and Nate plotted like, oh, maybe we shouldn't. I said, maybe you should just fucking live your life and just let it go. Like it's gonna happen regardless.
There's going to be people who don't support it, who don't like it. I was seeing his post yesterday, and after the Tiffany's thing and I saw that. I thought about it. There's been a lot of people who have said stuff to me about it, like, you're a cult and you guys worship the devil. Dude, what the fuck are you even talking about? Like, have you? Yeah,
it's not even that. It's just supporting a goddamn fucking movie that a couple kids did.
You guys have never seen a horror movie?
Film. Take this much energy and type into YouTube and find the fucking film and watch it. Like,
horror movies have been around since the fucking 60s and 50s, before color TV.
I feel like people just have something to say, especially because, well, one, it's what up, JD? I thought it was an amazing short film, but I feel like just because, like, they're just it's so controversial. Like, people don't know whether they should be okay with it or not. Like, let it fucking go, dude.
It's like, entertainment.
Do you see him walking around trying to get you to worship the devil? Like, no. So
hey, guess what? He doesn't even worship the devil.
Exactly.
He has a Bible verse on his chest.
He's a Christian. A Bible verse. He believes in God. He's a Christian, and it's like, what is it? That's what my thing is people see me in that shirt and give me weird looks, or people that I've heard other people come tell me that what's up with this? Are they a cult? Or they're an acid cult? Or they're fucking devil worshippers? What's up with the upside down cross? It's like, dude, it's a movie.
Dude, I just asked, like, have you watched it?
Yeah.
Nate got hit on by a girl.
You know who Nate Thompson?
By a guy, dude. Okay.
By a guy.
So, Josh, I got to tell you something anyway. After this, I got to call you.
Girl says I don't like horror movies, but it was a good flick.
I met a life coach yesterday. He's the guy that has the electric scooters. He owns that. Electric scooter company. Well, we went up to him, and that's the guy that we put all the posters in his window.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were talking to him. He dragged me upstairs and showed me his office and shit. Dude's a fucking great guy, right? Actually, I got a paper you should read. I'm gonna drop it off to you too.
Okay.
He's a really good guy. Whatever. I went up there to go talk to this guy and was fucking with this guy. Jess and Nate go walk around hanging up some posters, right? And then some dude on his bike goes up and says, "Hey, are you guys married?" So they're thinking dude's gonna hit on Jess, right? And they're like, "No, we're not married." And Jess, they didn't say nothing because her fiance is in a fucking whole other building, whatever. And then he's like, "You guys married?" And then they're like, "No, whatever." And then the dude turns his attention to fucking Nate. And he's like, "Man, I wish you wanted me." Telling him he got good hair and he likes his tattoos. He's like, "Man, I wish you wanted me." And I come back and Jessica's like, "Oh yeah, dude asked if we were married." I was like, "Oh, he hit on you?" She's like, "No, he hit on Nate, dude. He wanted Nate."
That's funny.
And Nate kind of left.
Listen, I gotta say something real quick. This is twice now that two of my friends now with T-Rup have been hit on by men.
Dude.
Why don't I get hit on? Am I ugly?
Hey, Harold says all that about that, and then you got some asshole on your show coming on saying smoke crack and worship Satan. Too funny. And he didn't even know any of this stuff.
Right.
Right. All that.
That's
I know, right, Kayla? That look on your face. He took him up the stairs in the basement, like, whoa, bro.
Right. Where are you going, brother?
Real quick before we get to the spotlight, JD's got a show going on tonight in Toledo. I'm not gonna be able to make it, JD. I got other plans with the kids, but talk to these guys and everybody else that wants to hit up Jeff Dotson on Facebook to know the details.
Look, I'm not a very good last minute person.
Yeah, I know.
I'm a dog sitter this weekend.
So today's spotlight, it's in Allen Park. Sorry, not Toledo. Sorry, Allen Park.
Josh is a dumbass.
I am.
I am.
That's funny. Today's video is gonna be from MiCannaCast. Let me try to take this banner off. Hang on, there, MiCannaCast, and they have a really good channel. They do a podcast, they do videos, they go live every Saturday for a Wake and Bake where they talk about what's going on in the weed community, what's going on legally, what's going on with new strains, all sorts of different things like that. So here is a video with them interviewing the Pop Brothers at Law. I know you've heard of them, and going through the script. So, whoopsies. So it's going to be about 8 minutes. We'll be back.
Yeah, so let's run through the script real quick with Groovy.
Okay.
Test
All right, so
Groovy on it.
We'll give it to you. All
Give
right,
him he's the guinea pig.
the day. All right, you ready? You ready to do it?
Yeah, let's do
so
it.
You know, I don't know if you know. Every Friday we go on Instagram Live and do what's called the Script Challenge, where we bring somebody live just like this, and you play. If you win, you get a hemp CBD shut the fuck up stick pre-roll that we have.
That's it.
And if you don't do it right, I kick you right out. I'm the Simon Cowell of cannabis.
Awesome. All right, let's go.
All right,
All right, just took a dab.
So,
But all right,
all right. So Groovy, are you ready to play the Script Challenge?
I am. It's born ready.
Okay, I'm the cop. You're Groovy.
I'm
I pull
groovy.
you over. I come up to you and I say, "How you doing today? Nice hair."
I'm not discussing my day.
You lose.
Ah,
See, I would have pushed the button and kicked you out. Because now,
Damn.
hold on. But I will say this, and I do say this. In life, I'm not mad at you for saying what you just said. That is part of the script. But
And it's an important part of the script
very so.
to
But,
not discuss your day.
but if you're gonna win a prize, and we do have sponsors who offer $100 cash prizes too, you
Oh.
got to get it exact like this. Big brother, what do you say when the cops first pull you over?
Why'd you pull me over?
And when they start asking questions,
I'm not
Oh, the
discussing
video.
My day.
and they keep asking questions.
Am I being detained or am I free to go?
And if detained, what do you say?
I invoke the fifth.
And then guys, what do?
Shut the fuck up.
That's the daily script review. We encourage people just to run it over in your mind. So when you do get pulled over and you do get intimidated and scared and I have shit and everything, you won't forget, because we get calls from all over the country from people who know the script, have been following us, and then I got so scared I started talking, I fucked myself, and so doing that like I do on our stories every day. Why did you pull me over? I'm not discussing my day. Am I being detained or am I free to go? I invoke the fifth, and you shut the fuck up. Like you learned your math. So it's just there, and then when it happens, it's muscle memory, and you do it. And we've heard plenty of successful script stories, as we call them, of people who do that, and they get off with their ticket or a warning more often than not.
I mean, and why it's so important to do it in that order, and that's why you got beep, even though it's still not discussing my day is great, but you want to start the clock ticking on that stop. That's why they have to tell you why they pulled you over. You want to get that clock ticking. That's why that is first and foremost. Why did you pull me over?
I see.
If it's a ticket, you didn't have your blinker on. Boom, he's got so much time to give you that ticket. Okay, so that's why it's so important to say, why did you pull me over? And then obviously not discussing my day. You're just not
right. I don't have anything to say to you.
Okay, get that. And then I invoked the fifth. There was a fucking Supreme Court case. Sorry about that.
Oh, no, you're totally fine.
No, you're fine.
Oh, we got Mr. Checkpoint on. Good friend of ours. You heard of Mr. Checkpoint?
No.
Oh, you got to check him out on IG. Everybody, he's doing the God's work in the streets. He always filmed the police. Hashtag AFTP. He's huge.
Okay.
He's a really great guy on top of it all. Really, really good guy. Doing it really for the good reasons.
We'll check
tracking police. He has an app that you can put in bad police and you can track police all over the country.
No way.
On his app.
Wow.
But, so,
Mr. Checkpoint. Mr. Checkpoint. IG.
Mr.
Got
Checkpoint.
it.
Yep. So I invoked the fifth. There was a guy who was up for murder. They were questioning him, and they were questioning about some shotgun or some shit. And up to this point, he had stayed silent. He wasn't talking.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point during the interrogation, he went like this. Put his head down. Something about murder, something about shooting his wife or some shit. And they remember, they can use anything you say or do against you. So what happened was they found he got convicted of murder, and that was a confession. When he looked away, kind of like, yeah, I fucked up. They used that against him, even though he stayed silent.
Wow.
So in order to protect anything you say or do, you have to invoke the fifth. And you don't get this confused with the Miranda rights. People get that confused. Well, he didn't read me my rights. I talked to him for an hour, but he never read me my rights. Well, were you detained? No. Then he doesn't have to read you those rights. He's not obligated to. That doesn't mean you don't have them when you wake up and you go to bed and you go out into the world. You have the right to remain silent. So you have to say, I invoke the fifth. And he'll be looking at you like, what? I mean, so
okay.
That's how.
Right. See, I was just ready to say immediately little as possible. So I didn't even think about that's right. I gotta be respectful. Like I skipped that whole part. I was like, no. I was like, so you're right though.
But those are the reasons for all those. And then you literally
makes sense.
After you invoke the fifth, then it's shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
But that's why every line of that is so important. If we're going to defend you and you stuck to every one of those, and the cop goes outside of those parameters, I mean, it's easy to, because the cops lie. We catch them. If you stick to what we did, I got my son. We got my son off of 4 felonies twice for being in the weed business.
Wow.
And both times, and that was back when they were felonies. Out here in California, it's misdemeanors or infractions now. It's still penalties though, but he had felonies up on him.
Yep. That's what happened.
Both times we caught the cops lying. My son got to get on the stand when the cop was lying about he gave consent. The video of when this is the second time he got pulled over, he had a delivery service. You see him hand the cop this card. One that says, I do not consent to a search.
Right.
Yeah.
He said he consented. We put him on the stand.
Wow.
He got up and testified that he'd be disowned from the family to the judge if he ever consented to a search. And then my brother put her on the stand, and then we showed her the video, handed her the card in court, and said, read the back of this. That's the card he handed you in the video, right? Yeah. She reads the card, I do not consent to a search. And we're like, so when did you change his mind? Between then and the 1 minute you sat him on the curb?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, judge didn't.
No, I said, I need to know, what did you say to my nephew that he just suddenly changed his mind and forgot everything we pounded
for years and everything we stand by? But yes, please, come on, tell us, what was it?
No, she went like this. You're confusing me.
That
was her answer.
That was a great day.
Words are scary. I don't know.
The second greatest day was getting it back from the Newport Beach Police Department. Yes. First day was getting him off a felony. Second day was actually walking to the police station with an order from the court, getting return of all his fucking weed, wax, money, phones, edibles, cash.
Wow, you got it all back
no
too.
Way, all that
got it all back.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
That is
and
fucking awesome.
Being my kid and his nephew, that didn't hurt.
Them boys are smart.
Or you know.
Them boys are smart.
Mm-hmm. They're very smart.
Brothers at law, baby.
Yep, no problem, guys. He says
I plead the fifth.
this is a great tip that everyone needs to hear. That's facts.
I needed to hear it.
100%. I follow them on TikTok, and I love those two.
I didn't know. Okay, so wait. This is like a real
all
question.
four of these guys. I follow MiCannaCast quite often. I switch all over to Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and show them love, and then
I was about to grab, like, literally thought I was about to grab my phone and go follow them, and like it's on your phone. Like, what are you doing?
yeah, for real. MiCannaCast, and then those two lawyers are the Pop Brothers at Law.
Everybody's seen the Pop Brothers at Law.
These guys have a great show, though. I enjoy it. Everybody that I know should go watch when they go live.
This is a real question. If the cops came and got you, like, from your house or something, it was like, we need you to come in for questioning or something. They don't have to read you your rights if you're not being, like...
You have to ask if you're detained. You don't have to talk to the cops whatsoever.
So,
in order...
They just told you there's a script. So if you're getting pulled over, they only have so long per fucking whatever it is, why they pulled you over. So as soon as you say, why'd you pull me over? It starts the clock for them. So now then they have to speed it up. If they only pulled you over for, like he said, a blinker, they've only got so much time to write that ticket. They can't have you here, hold you here, and for no reason.
Yeah, and a lot of the times you have to, in order to be detained, you have to be breaking a law, in suspicion of breaking a law, or about to break a law. They can't just detain you for nothing. So if they come up to you, you didn't do shit wrong, and they don't have shit on you, you can walk away. I mean, they might get mad, but no.
Well, if that were the case, you'd say the same thing. If they stopped you while you were walking or filming or doing whatever, it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
You have no,
I don't know about if they're busting down your door. They got a warrant at that, right? I still shut the fuck up. It's still the same.
Sometimes they'll bust your door down and not have a warrant. They'll knock on your door and they'll be like, "Can we come in?" No, you got a warrant. You got to get a warrant. Oh no, we don't need a warrant.
Tattooed on my forehead.
What? I do not consent to a search.
And just look at them. Like, when you get pulled over, just look at them.
Dude, I've got it tattooed on me.
Sir.
Read the forehead.
I know it's cursive, but sir.
Read it.
All properly stored, registered, and does that say unpotatoed?
That's what I thought at first, too.
Potatoed?
Potatoed.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry, Squirrel.
And my son, Tater Tot.
What are fucking... Dude, Lily just found out that tater tots are made of potatoes. I swear to God. And you know what potatoes are?
This is the Earth Dweller of the day.
Earth Dweller of the day.
This is the Earth Dweller of the day. This is the Earth Dweller of the day. This is the Earth Dweller of the day.
This is the Earth Dweller of the day.
See what's walking on this earth. Okay.
What's the Earth Dweller of the day? What?
Dude.
Hey, look at what Squirrel says. Wicked segue.
Don't wind him up.
Don't wind him up.
Fuck. Jesus. You're making him think he's awesome.
I am.
Stop.
Don't wind him up.
So all in this episode, I'm a loser, I'm a dumbass, and I'm fucking awesome.
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
Hey, I had you real good. You had no clue.
I didn't, because I was going to start talking like, oh, poor little girl. So I'm glad that she learned something. You're like, you know what potatoes are? Motherfucking.
I know. I was getting ready to talk about how sweet Lily is. Like, aw, that girl's so sweet. And then, Earth Dweller. I'm like,
I'm a freestyler. What can I say?
Shut the fuck up. Dude, I hate you so much.
Okay. He is. Woo!
Dude,
Woo!
cicadas
Robert says
are
the
one of the
end is the best for sure.
What?
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 The cicadas are one of the oldest.
This is a cicada, motherfucker.
What?
What? Don't tell me about
cicadas.
cicadas. You tell me how they're gonna beat Stone Cold in a wrestling match right now. You ain't gonna fucking take 2 Stone Cold stunners and keep coming up.
Who did? Who was that guy that did? He had to
Maybe
take
it was
2 of them.
Kane. Was it Kane or The Undertaker? Those are 2 tough sons of bitches.
All right, dude, shut up. The cicada. Cicada is one of the oldest, or it's one of the longest living bugs in the world. What they do is some of them live.
How long do they live?
Some of them live 13 years, and some of them live 17 years. So what they do is when you hear that. The weird thing, we were going to Hocking Hills, and we passed the city where it just so happened to be the cicada bloom, where they all fucking got born 17 years ago, and they came up, and the whole town fucking sounded like a ee. It was nuts. We were running them over. They were hitting my truck. It was crazy. And so what they do is when they're all making those noises and they're all up in the trees and shit, they're having babies. I don't fucking know, dude. The really loud, ugly bug noise that you hear every 17 years. Fucks. And
What does a cicada sound like? Hang on, I'm gonna play it.
Here is some information for how does cicada make sound. According to the Washington Post.
Oh shit. That is not what I wanted. Sorry.
Yeah. So what they're doing when they're doing that is they're mating. So what they do, they're mating and they lay their eggs in the tree. The pupa comes out of the egg and falls to the ground, buries itself into the ground, and it feeds off of the roots and just whatever the fuck is down there, whatever the fuck is down in the down under. They feed off the root systems, the plant life, all that stuff. And they do it for 17 years. They have a pretty wicked, or 16 years. Then they come up and then they have a giant orgy and then they die. So, they're earth dwellers, inside the earth dwellers for 16 years. And then they come up and then they're super cute and annoying.
Super cute and annoying.
Did you do a cricket sound?
No, I just whistled kind of low.
But that's what they do. They're larvae for fucking their grubs or whatever. I don't know. I never dug one up, so I don't know what they look like when they're pupa.
Okay.
But those little fucking skin things, you can find them everywhere, and they're actually pretty.
They climb up the trees.
What does? Cicada?
Yeah.
No shit. They can fly in a tree too, buddy. You see those cool wings?
No. That's how they, the bug, when they turn into a bug, they start climbing the tree and then they hatch out.
Yeah, and the skin's left there, isn't it?
Yup.
I remember.
Oh, so that shell is what they look like underground?
That shell is a shell. Yes, that's what when they become like. They've got multiple stages. So like you said, they're pupa. They get dropped down into the ground like a worm or something like that. And then they grow into the shell thing that's on the left. And then they climb up a tree or something and they shed that shell and they become the top one. See that one over here is shedding its shell. It's freshly born.
Okay. Not freshly. That's like a 16-year-old bug, dude.
Well, it's a freshly born flying bug.
Okay. Yeah. That's weird. They only come up above ground for an orgy, and then they go back to sleep for 17 years. A lot of
interesting bugs.
You know that humans eat these things.
What?
Yep. Deep fried, salt and peppered.
What?
It says animals aren't the only ones that chow down on cicadas. Humans get into it too. They claim it tastes like shrimp. Others say asparagus, and a few people mention peanut butter.
I think they're
All right.
confused.
Before you go eating wild cicadas, please note they contain elevated levels of mercury. So it can cause allergic reactions,
Because
especially
they live in the ground, bro.
I was about to say they live in the ground and they
check this though.
levels.
If you have a shellfish allergy, it will also fuck with you.
So it's a crustacean?
Oh shit.
It's a shellfish, bro. It's a crustacean, I mean, yeah.
It's real selfish?
It is selfish.
Wow. Ew. Ew, another crustacean.
Native Americans used to, in the mid 20th century, the Cherokee in North Carolina, digging up cicada nips and frying them in pig fat or pickling them for later.
Oh, the nymphs, the grubs. A lot of people in different countries eat grubs as it's a really good source of protein.
There's it says in upstate New York, members of from some tribe, I don't know how to say it, eat cicadas during mass emergencies. The practice ties the people to their ancestors who ate bugs to survive when settlers and missionaries had burnt their crops.
I have a really good fact about yesterday's Earth Dweller, and I wanted to.
Damn, that was yesterday, bro.
I wanted to say it though.
Better luck next time.
Man.
Fuck you, dude.
Their life cycle helps them evade predators. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. That's good to know.
Yep. The idea that popping out of the ground only in prime numbered intervals. So, what? Cicadas avoid nearly syncing up with blooming populations of predators, which tend to rise and fall on 2 to 10 year cycles.
Oh my God, they pop up when the predators aren't around?
Basically, yeah, that's what they're saying. Mathematically speaking, the logic actually checks out. But thousands of cicada species around the world don't have synchronized brood. Okay, so these guys all pop out all at once, just like fish flies do. Just like mayflies.
I love fish flies. They're so cute.
Sometimes it's like, so when they're saying emergencies, I'm seeing that basically that I think that means just an abundance, like over a bunch of fucking bugs come out of the ground all of a sudden at once. I get
it.
Yeah, that's what.
And it helps. It helps because not a predator is going to eat fucking 90 bugs, or only a predator can eat so many bugs.
More than 3,000 species of these bugs exist. Nearly 3,400 species of cicada exist worldwide. Majority of them conducting their emergence, not emergency. I'm just dumb. Emergence every 2 to 5 years. Made up. Can I talk about the white-tailed deer?
I just got one thing.
Just get it out, because I have
Get it out.
Okay.
Damn it. Tell me about your white-tailed deer fact.
Remember when we seen the baby in Hocking Hills?
Yeah, I talked about that.
He was a perfectly fine deer. He had nice. He looked healthy, right?
Yep.
If the baby is neglected or the mom died or anything like that, you'll see it's dehydrated with its ears are crinkled up. So if it looks like its ears are crinkled up, that means it don't have a mom and it's lost and it needs help. So the one that we seen was completely healthy. Everything was good. Just saying.
Yep.
That's
okay.
it.
Thank
Wash
you.
my hands.
Cicadas can be louder than a lawnmower. A full-scale cicada emergence, like one coming in for Eastern USA this year. Oh, cool. They can reach roughly 100 decibels. That's what's
what
up.
the fuck?
That's just
deafening.
that's just shy of standing 3 feet from a chainsaw.
That's
Cicadas
not cool.
rapidly vibrate a pair of white-ribbed membranes called tymbals that sit on either side of their abdomen, just like a cricket, like a grasshopper does, or cricket, whatever.
Cricket.
A cricket.
Cricket.
Their wings repel water and bacteria. So we could be gathering this material, is what you're saying.
And I'm gonna make an armor shield of fucking cicada wings.
Right.
You can't infect me. I am a fucking cicada.
The wings of some cicadas are naturally antibiotic.
What?
Yep.
That's sweet.
The cicada wings kill bacteria on contact with a layer of tiny spikes and chemical coating. This special defense doesn't work on all bacteria, just those whose cell walls are soft enough to slump between the spikes, which stretches the bacterial membrane until they tear and rupture.
They can get COVID.
Definitely. Can they?
What'd you bring your plant in here for, Kayla?
Look at my baby. That was such a baby that I got from your mom. Look at it now. It's not a baby anymore.
Holy shit. Oh, and it's in a hanging pot?
Yes.
You can hang that in the corner of your room right there, like you said.
I did.
You wanted.
I just pulled it. I have it hung. It's just, I
Sweet.
pulled it down because I haven't showed you or told you, but it's no longer a baby anymore. She made her way out of the cup.
Dude, she's fucking actually doing really good.
I have
Mom's
two
gonna-
of them now. I have another one that's like twice the size of this that like hangs all the way down. And then I have a lot of plants now. I ordered a plant lamp and everything last night. Like this whole corner of my room is going to be shelves with plants.
Oh shit.
That's actually good because if you don't want it to,
I have like 12 plants now.
Hey, guess what? I got a great plant that you should learn how to grow. Just one plant.
But
she goes by the nickname of Mary Jane.
oh, I've been asking T-Rup forever to
Mary Jane
one and to like help me grow it, but
Dude,
I'm gonna have to look on Google.
Yep.
Google it.
Google.
I know how to make.
Just so happens, Kayla, we happen to be in a massive marijuana community on YouTube.
I know. I just don't know. I don't know how to start or ask. So
Our Uncle Maswell's
Google
helping.
it all. And Google's working great for me. So
Yeah.
and my snake plant is doing phenomenal.
That's what I want to get next. Just like
I'm
one
getting
of
a ZZ plant too. It's like a really good plant to grow. I'll send you a video of it, like in the group thing. But I'm gonna have a shit ton of plants.
The snake plant helps your air quality in your house.
Okay, hold on. I just gotta show you this real quick, and then we can.
Thank you, Squirrel.
Thank you, Squirrely.
Thank you, Buys.
Buys. What's up, Buys? I love when she says that.
We're gonna get off here once Kayla shows us what she's gonna show us.
Yep. Yes,
And
I
then
just want to show you this.
Squirrel. Hopefully,
Look.
my live goes. My
Look
alarm.
at the baby.
Oh, she's got a baby.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I know.
Did she do that herself?
yeah. Oh, that one's good.
I have
Good
to
job.
repot this one. I had to put it in this, and it barely fits. So,
Yeah.
but
It's so funny. I think this is great because we three. I'm counting your mom in this as you, T-Rup. We're just collecting plants and flowers and by the masses.
oh gosh, I have like a whole nother big vase sitting on my thing full of like a bunch of succulents and a cactus and
My cactus died. My cactus died because
dude,
I don't
mine's
know why.
thriving. I don't even know. I just literally don't do nothing when the soil is like completely dry. Just a little tippity
I don't
taps
think-
of
I don't
water
think-
in there, and then we're good.
I don't think my soil ever got dry after the first time it got watered.
I lost one of my succulents that I got from T's mom with the pearls, the string pearls or whatever, because the bottom leaves kept like getting wet. They just kept like every time I would water, even if I would hold them up, they would just drop. The way they were dropping, they just dropped right in the soil. So I would
remove them,
buddy.
Yeah, you got to get rid of those.
I didn't know what to do, so.
Yep, you did the right thing. Is that what you did? You got rid of them, yeah?
Yep.
Yep, that's what you do.
Yep.
Fuck it.
I have one of them still, but.
Whoop, whoop.
She's got a good fish hook vine too.
I want something like that that hangs.
Once
like
I get my lamp in here and everything, all my plants will be in here. Because I found on Pinterest, like, I got these corner shelves, and I'm literally just going to stack them on the corner of my wall from each side. And then the plant lamp things just hooked to the shelves. So, like, the whole shelf. It'll be like a Christmas tree full of plants.
I like that. That's cool as fuck.
Like, you know how you have the air on in the summer and your house is all closed up? If you have the plants and shit in there, that it just purifies the air. It's also good to give them a nice breeze every once in a while too.
Do you remember this, T-Rup?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a Petoskey stone.
That's a Petoskey stone.
I have crystals. I have crystals and rocks in all of my things now. Like, this is the tiger's eye. They're supposed to be really good for plants, and so are clear quartz. So they're in all my plants now.
You are turning into my mother.
Thriving.
You're turning into my mother, and I am not okay with it. She's gonna be like, I got 99 plants now.
And we're all gonna be like that here shortly, because I go to the store like once a month and buy like perennials or fucking something.
Yep.
Once every couple weeks.
I have outside flowers I need to plant too, but it keeps fucking raining.
Here's what I want to do, actually. I want to make all these flower beds like so that it blooms at all sorts of times of the year. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. We need to find ones for the front yard. We need to find the ones that are indirect sunlight bloomers.
Most of them.
Well, that's
Look
what
at my dad's garden.
We got those.
That's a nice
Are those hostas? Is that what those are called?
Yeah, these are hostas. That's an elephant ear hosta. That's some type of cool flower. They're all blooming. Look you can see the buds. They're about to come to a flower.
Oh.
This one ain't budding yet. Oh wait, no. Right here. There's a bud right here. That one's fully bloomed. That's an elephant ear hosta. Bloomed as shit.
I like that.
The lily's over there. This is full of blooms right here. It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful garden.
And then look at this beautiful Japanese maple, dude.
Oh, is that the one you planted the other day?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. It got frostbit this year because we planted it and the frost hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, frosted it a little bit, but it's all right.
Yeah, it's cool. All right, guys, we can get off here.
All right, love you guys. Have a great day.
Love you guys.
Love you all.
Enjoy your plants, Kayla.
Bye-bye.
Love you guys.
T-Rup, call me.
All right.
Peace out.
Brought to you by Brain Jerk. Fuck yeah.